June 1997. A beloved school teacher boards a plane from Australia to England, smiling and excited for a new chapter in life. Just weeks later, she disappears without a trace. Her name? Marion Barter. And for nearly 3 decades, her story has haunted her family, baffled investigators, and captivated the public. This is the strange case of the lady who vanished. Marion Barter was not the kind of woman you'd expect to just vanish. She was a 51-year-old Australian mother of 2, a dedicated teacher, and even won the Queensland Teacher of the Year award in 1996. Her life, from the outside, seemed perfectly ordinary, maybe even idyllic. But behind the scenes, something was shifting. In early 1997, Marion made a series of surprising and increasingly alarming decisions. She resigned from her teaching job, sold her home at a financial loss, withdrew large sums of cash from her bank account, and most curiously, she legally changed her name. Florabella Natalia Marion Remakel, a name that no one in her family had ever heard before, a name linked to no clear reason. And just like that, she disappeared from the life she knew. On June 22, 1997, Marion was dropped off at a bus terminal in Southport, Queensland. She said she was heading to the airport for a trip to Europe, France and England, she said, maybe for a year. She even sent postcards and made one phone call from the UK shortly after arriving. But then, silence. Her daughter, Sally Layden, never heard from her mother again. And when weeks turned into months, concern turned to panic. When Sally reported her mother missing, police treated the case casually. Marion, they said, was an adult. She had every right to disappear if she wanted to. And when the Department of Social Security revealed that someone had been accessing Marion's bank account in Australia and making withdrawals, police saw it as proof that she was alive. But was she? Because, according to travel records, Marion had returned to Australia in August of 1997 under her new name, Florabella Natalia. Yet no one ever saw her again. As Sally kept digging, one name kept surfacing: Rick Bloom, a Belgian-born man also known as Fernand Remakel, the very same surname Marion had adopted. Rick Bloom was a mysterious, well-traveled man with a shady past and a long list of aliases. In interviews, Bloom claimed he barely knew Marion, that she was just someone he gave travel advice to. But phone records and witness accounts told a different story. Marion and Rick had been romantically involved. And perhaps more disturbing, he had a history of conning women, taking their money and disappearing. In 2019, decades after Marion's disappearance, Sally's tireless advocacy brought new attention to the case. A podcast called The Lady Vanishes began investigating, and soon thousands were listening. This public pressure worked. A coronial inquest was finally launched in 2021. The inquest uncovered a chilling timeline. Marion's name change, her rushed passport application, her bank account being drained in increments under the daily withdrawal limit, and her mysterious re-entry into Australia, never to be seen again. And through it all, Rick Blum's name kept coming up. In February 2024, after years of delays, a New South Wales coroner ruled that Marion Barter was, in fact, dead. Likely since sometime after October 1997, but the coroner could not determine where, how, or why. They criticized early police handling of the case and recommended that the matter be investigated by the state's Unsolved homicide unit. The coroner also stated bluntly, Rick Blum knows more than he is saying. Yet, no one has been charged. Not yet. Marion's daughter Sally has never stopped searching. Through interviews, international inquiries, podcast episodes, and thousands of pages of documents, she's chased every clue, every rumor. She didn't just walk away from her life, Sally insists. She loved us. She was planning for the future. Someone took that away from her. Today, the mystery of Marion Barter continues to disturb and intrigue. A woman disappears, her identity is changed, her money drained, a suspicious man at the center, and yet no justice, no closure. Why did Marion really leave? Who helped her change her name? Why was she never seen again after returning to Australia? And who is Rick Bloom really? Questions still echo. And for Sally, and all those who followed this story, the search for answers is far from over. If you know anything about Marion Barter's disappearance, please contact New South Wales Crime Stoppers. And if this story moved you, share it. Sometimes the key to solving a cold case is just one person coming forward. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into true crime and unsolved mysteries. This is Marion Remakel. Stay curious, stay safe.